We are burning up and consuming our fossil fuels at a much higher rate than they can be replenished. If we continue at this rate, we will deplete all of our Earth's fossil fuels in no time. Research shows that we have used approximately 300 gigatons of our Earth's fossil fuels already. If we use 1,000 gigatons, which is only 700 more gigatons, it is likely that the next ice age will be skipped, and that will be a very bad thing for our Earth. My mother, for the past 12 years, has been developing alternative energy solutions and was just recently awarded patents on her fuel cell design. So you could say that alternative energy has been a big part of my life. In the years to come, we as a society need to look into these renewable or alternative sources of energy as a means of powering our lives. Today I'm going to explain to you 3 key components in alternative energy. That is solar power, wind power, and fuel cells. First, I'd like to start off by introducing solar power. Solar power is a form of alternative energy that uses devices to capture the sun's light and heat and convert it into energy. And that is done through 2 types of devices. One are solar panels and the other are parabolic troughs. Solar panels, as you can see in slide number 1, are panel-like devices that have molten salt that trap the sun's light and heat and convert it into energy. Second, parabolic troughs use a series of mirrors to focus the light and heat onto a tube that has a fluid that then turns a turbine to create energy. It is a little less commonly used in solar panels, but is still a good method. Solar energy today powers more than 350,000 homes in California and in Miami. As you can see in slide number 2, that is a typical solar-powered home, having the solar power panels on the roof of the home and collecting the light and heat during the day and producing energy 24 hours a day for that home. The second component of alternative energy is wind. Wind power is a component of alternative energy that uses the wind to turn turbines that then produce energy. And there are 2 types of common machines used for this. Those are horizontal axis wind machines and vertical axis machines. Horizontal axis machines use propeller blades, kind of like that on a propeller of an airplane, as you can see in slide number 3, that use the wind to turn the turbines that you can then see in 4, gives you the internal breakdown of how the wind then turns the turbine and creates energy. Slide number 5, as you can see, that is a solar farm which is used to power multiple homes or neighborhoods. Solar farms are becoming more and more popular, and in 2006 more than 2.4 million homes in the US were powered through wind power. The second is a less commonly used vertical axis machine, in that those have blades that are similar to a 2-bladed egg beater. It is less commonly used, but it is used. The third and I think most important component of alternative energy are fuel cells. Fuel cells are electrochemical devices that create electricity from fuel or other sources. So you could do it through fuel, or you could do it through a source such as hydrogen, which you can pull out of water. So yes, eventually you could use water to power fuel cells, which fuel cells could be used in your car. I think that if we put more fuel cells in our car today, it would greatly reduce the amount of fossil fuels that we use, and it'd be great for our Earth. Fuel cells, they take hydrogen out of, say, fuel, so you can still use gasoline, but it'll triple your gas mileage. Whereas right now, if you fill your tank and you're getting 300 miles, well, with fuel cells you may now get 900 miles. Fuel cells can also, like I said, create energy from water, which, eventually we could, instead of using fossil fuels, we can then use water to power our cars, and that would be great. And the only emissions out of that, which is great too, is H2O, water vapor out of your tailpipe, so that'll be great for our Earth. As a society, we should explore and continue to make the switch to alternative forms of energy. Most importantly, it'll stop the depletion of our fossil fuels. It will reduce our dependence on foreign oils, and it'll be much better for our Earth and more environmentally safe. These 3 components, solar power, wind power, and fuel cells, are very important sources of alternative energy, and it is critical that we look into using these 3 components of alternative energy as a means of powering our lives. Thank you.